Welcome back, everyone, to episode 10 of From the Couch Pod. We got Levi, we got Matt, we got Aiden. Guys, there's a lot to go over, so let's get straight into the rapid fire news. Boys, the Pistons, they did the whole entire someone call an ambulance, but not for me. They forced game 7 versus the Cavs. That is going to be played tomorrow. We are recording this on May 16th on a Saturday, so they're going to play on May 17th on Sunday. The Spurs defeated the Wolves last night. They are now going to play the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. We'll get into the whole debacle regarding Victor Wembanyama later on in the show. And then, boys, for the NHL playoffs, the Avs are playing the Knights in the Western Conference Finals. The Golden Knights defeated the Ducks I believe it was last night, and the Avs swept the Wild. And right now, the Canadiens are right now up 3-2 on the Buffalo Sabres. And the winner of that series will go on to play the good old Carolina Hurricanes, which all that. But boys, after that rapid fire news, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Doing
Peter.
really good. Doing really good.
Yeah, doing fantastic, man. The NBA playoffs have been so exciting, and man, it's ending very soon. Like it just feels like about a month or so ago we just started playoffs, and now we're probably about 2 weeks away from finally getting to the NBA finals. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy right now that baseball's right now in full swing. No pun intended on that. Again, like I love the NHL playoffs. It's been an awesome environment. I'm really excited for really that Avs and Golden Knights series. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But that's our rapid fire news. Aiden, what's going on in the college football world right now?
Yeah. To start off, Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian have been in the news here recently, talking in particular about Ole Miss. Kiffin, obviously, Ole Miss's old coach, moved to LSU in the offseason. Steve Sarkisian, obviously, with Texas. So conference opponent and potentially rival, maybe some might say. I don't think so, but you never know. In particular, as to what that is regarding is quote unquote Ole Miss's racist past and how that affects the coaching spot, essentially. Lane Kiffin was quoted as saying that recruiting was much more difficult at Ole Miss because of their racist past. What do you guys think? Me personally, I think that's a load of baloney, but I'll get into my thoughts in a little bit after you guys. Matt, why don't you start us off here?
Yeah, I was kind of looking into it, looking on ESPN, kind of getting more context to what was happening. From what it sounded like recruits and it had something to do with their families who saw where in Ole Miss, that town, I guess there's a huge percentage of white students and everything. Well, apparently families didn't feel too comfortable versus he was bringing up uh, Louisiana, where LSU is at, in that area, how they felt more comfortable sending their kids there or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. It is wild to even hear about something like that, but yeah, that's kind of what I saw when I was looking more into it.
I just need to say, I mean, it's just so shocking, just this downfall that Lane Kiffin has had from being the head coach at Ole Miss to now getting hired at LSU, and now everything's starting to come out. He's taking shots at Ole Miss. Like it almost seems like that respect he had is just completely lost. I know things did not end well there at the end of the season, them going into playoffs, and Lane Kiffin departing before they even get a chance to go playoffs. It's just absolutely devastating to see this Ole Miss. And I know for Ole Miss fans, they're probably just at this point ready to be past it and move on to their next big guy that they have there at Ole Miss. It's just like everything's over now. Why do you have to take continued shots at Ole Miss and basically trying to come up with excuses as to why you're leaving? It's almost he's trying to give some type of closure as to why he left, and for the reasons he's giving right now, just utterly disrespectful and honestly a poor excuse to leave behind.
Yeah. Obviously for me, like I have closer ties to Ole Miss because I did have a family member go to Ole Miss and graduate from Ole Miss. So I'm going to speak this from the personal experience. Yes, Ole Miss does have a very like big part in terms of its history involving racism because again, back in I believe it was like 1962, 1963, they did have a student that was the first African American student there, and they had administrators, the student body were trying to prevent him from going to classes, harass him, and all that stuff. And then President Kennedy sent in, I believe it was like the 101st Airborne Division and the National Guard to control the situation. That being said, Ole Miss since then has taken a lot of steps to not only put that behind them, but to really move on and to like just be like, hey, like we're now accepting, like we understand the past is the past. We can't really change that, but we're trying to get better in the future. For Lane Kiffin to do this, I think is absolutely one. It's a low blow and it's uncalled for. Because number one, like if you're Lane Kiffin, it's like okay, cool, you made that comment, but why did you actually need to actually go there? Like you had top 15 recruiting classes while you were at Ole Miss, so it's not a recruiting problem. I just think it's the fact that you're trying to, basically low block or low blow the university that you just worked at because you're ticked off because Ole Miss didn't let you coach in the playoff games because the university's like, no, you're going to our arch rival in LSU. You're not coaching here. That's plain and simple. So for him to do that, I just think it's one uncalled for. It's unprofessional, and really for me, if I'm like a player at Ole Miss or if I'm a recruit that's from Mississippi, it's like that's not like anything. Like yes, Ole Miss does have some stuff where they have Colonel Reb. They do have some stuff that's related to really, Confederate looking symbols and stuff like that in that town. Because again, I was there. I've been in Oxford. But it's not to the point where it's like, hey, you have individuals that are outright like doing horrible stuff like what happened in the 1960s. Like that town has progressed. That town has been completely different. It's revamped. And really the university's in a better place now than it has been ever in its existence. So really, I think Lane Kiffin to do this, I think is one, stupid, and then two, it's adding more fuel onto the fire. And then Lane Kiffin's gonna be like, oh, it was just jokes, it was taken out of context, this and that. It's like, no, you're just this dude. You're not a nice guy. You're just an absolute jerk.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like bitterness.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that I agree with you, Peter. I think it's a load of crap. The past is the past. Can you change the past? No, but can you work towards a better future? Absolutely. And I think that goes for any facet in life, obviously, in particular in this situation, it goes hand in hand with what the ideals are of being called a racist university. I don't believe that to be true. I believe personally, and again, like you said too, it is disingenuous. Like this, if Ole Miss is all of a sudden racist, that makes Lane Kiffin a racist because he coached at Ole Miss. So he's unequivocally just calling himself a racist without even realizing.
I think it's just more so the fact that it's not really like Lane Kiffin himself is a racist. I don't think that's the case at all. I just think it's more so the fact that to say, oh, it was impossible to recruit at Ole Miss because of its racist past. It's like, okay, dude, like we understand that, but that when you look at your recruiting classes and your transfer classes that you brought in, that doesn't make any sense.
No, I agree. I just think it's funny because to say that, but you coach there, right? So why did you choose to coach there if that's a concern you had? I just find that to be ironic because it wasn't a problem then, and even you bring up the good point, even if it is, you're still getting top 15 recruiting classes, so it's not a recruiting problem, it's not a university problem. I think ultimately the problem is himself. He is not a winning coach, right? He isn't winning national championships in back-to-back years or at all. He's hardly winning SEC championships. Like, I think this is a coaching problem. Why did you have trouble recruiting there? Because you aren't winning anything. You know who is winning stuff? LSU, Alabama. I mean, I was going to say Clemson, but that's ACC. But
Ohio State.
That point still stands.
Texas.
Ohio State, Texas. These are all teams going on and doing things, winning things. And
Mind
this
you,
isn't
too, like Ole Miss like they were like one game away versus Miami from going to the national championship and playing Indiana.
yeah. But not to say that they aren't getting there, but like they're not winning. You know what I'm saying? And even
Right.
then, that wasn't even under Kiffin technically anymore because
Yeah,
he's
that
no
was
longer
under
part of the
Pete
staff.
Golding.
So I just think it's ironic that he's really he's short sighting Ole Miss when he was the coach there. And the moment he steps away, now give him credit for the regular season. He did get Ole Miss to a position to make the playoffs, right? Sure. But you got it. But he wasn't a part of that playoff run, right? Uh, I wish him nothing but success at LSU. But are we gonna see a trend, right? Are we gonna see now LSU if they aren't making SEC championships, playoff appearances? I mean, I think it's just going to become more and more clear. I think he's just digging himself a hole that's not necessary. I think it's his best interest to just shut his mouth on it and let the past be the past,
Well,
because
what he's doing right now is like what he did when he left Tennessee to go to USC. He dogged on Tennessee back then and was like saying, "Oh, you can't win there. It's impossible to work there. They got such and such going on with the administration and student bias, so on and so forth." But lo and behold, it's like, oh, when he's out of a job, he's like, "Well, that was taken out of context. I'm trying to redo my public image." It's like, dude, you are exactly who everyone thinks you are. You are just not a nice guy. And the fact that everywhere you go, you just want to burn the bridge and dog on the previous place that you worked at. And again, like, do you have some gripes at every place that you work at in when you're in life? Absolutely. Like, there are positives and negatives to every job. But for you to say, oh, it was impossible to work there because the university had this terrible past, it's like, okay, dude, but you did go there and you did have success there and you did recruit fine while you were there. So that wasn't the issue.
Well,
yeah,
and one of the things I don't understand too, with Lane Kiffin, there's a whole relationship that has been shattered because of because of the way things ended there. And so him taking shots, honestly, it's not too surprising. What I don't understand is the next day after the whole Lane Kiffin stuff, Steve Sarkisian comes out and starts taking shots at Ole Miss. And quote, he says, "All you have to do is take basket weaving, and you can get an Ole Miss degree." Like, where is all this hate for Ole Miss coming from? I don't even understand it. Like, Steve doesn't even have any association other than being, both SEC schools. Like, but where's all this hate coming from? I don't get it.
Because right now it's easy to kick on down on Ole Miss right now because they have Pete Golding as head coach, and Pete Golding like isn't really seen as a very highly regarded head coach compared to like Steve Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin, Kirby Smart at Georgia. It's like it's easy to kick on them now where it's like, oh, like they didn't bring in a great recruiting class because most of those good recruits did go to LSU. And also too, it's like, oh, Pete Golding, like he's not gonna fight back. It's like Pete Golding right now is keeping quiet. He goes like, okay, cool. When we play you guys, like we're gonna kick your butts. Because he had a top 10 defense last year, I believe, or a top 15 defense in the NCAA last year, mind you, with no really star talent. So I think Pete Golding's focusing on, hey, put the ball in the dirt, get dirty in the trenches, let's go, but you're talking on the field. And I think that's Ole Miss's mentality going into this season. And when LSU goes to Ole Miss, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Well, I was going to say, I'm definitely more in line with what Aiden has said. Ole Miss, when you look at their past, they haven't had an issue with recruiting. Like he said, they ranked top 15 in recruiting. They were among the top, they had top recruiting classes in the SEC. So is it a recruiting issue and the whole diversity and everything, and I think including the racism in that, or was it just consistency as a coach? Right, I mean, past few years they did really good, but they just couldn't finish it up. So yeah, I definitely agree with Aiden. It's like, dude, just move on. Like, and this is what Levi said too, just move on. You're at LSU, great school, focus on them. Why are you firing shots at Ole Miss? That's not even your school anymore. And it's just like, it shows bitterness. That's what I was going to mention earlier. And you're just stirring up issues for no reason now. But yeah, I think it had more to do with him as a coach, as Aiden said, because they had the recruits, they had the star power. You just couldn't get them all the way. At the end of the day, that's on you. That's not on what was being quoted in the ESPN article of kids not feeling comfortable coming to that school. Like that's a load of baloney. I mean, look at their past recruiting classes, and that'll tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's again, I think it's bad for the sport too. You know, like I think a good example of that, and again, no bias is nothing, but you look at like the Ohio State Michigan, rivalry, right? Like we cannot stand Michigan, right? But we're also not. Our coach isn't coming out and talking about how Michigan has this racist past or Michigan this, Michigan that, and maybe there, that not to say that there are segments of fans from both sides that can get into that kind of argument where a lot of it at the end of the day is it's on the field, it's pure old fashioned on the field hate, and we might not like each other outside of that still, but there, outside of course of some of the most recent happenings, of course there's been a lot of that kind of the back and forth, and we won't get into that here, but I think it lacks just true. I mean, and you guys say it's a lack of maturity, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. It's not football related. It's just it's high school. It's middle school talk. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't get it. It's unnecessary for the sport.
It's more so like you're trying to dig up skeletons in the closet when the person moved on.
Yeah. But with that, I mean, that's really all we got today for CFB, gentlemen. So I'm going to pass it over to Matt, who's going to be taking us into the NFL. What do you got for us, Matt?
All right, so obviously big things have happened in the NFL world since the last episode. Devon Achane for the Dolphins running back. He just signed a big deal. It was a 4-year, $64 million deal. Let's get your thoughts on this deal. The Dolphins obviously in a very tricky situation. They just dealt out Tua Tagovailoa. Seems like the team hits a rebuild. So we're going to start off with Aiden here. What are your thoughts on Devon Achane and this new deal he got?
If I were to grade it, I'm gonna give kind of an instant reaction grade. I'm gonna give it, or like an instant grade rather. I'm gonna give it like a C type of a move for the Dolphins. Not to like, this is one of the situations, and we mentioned it when we talking about the draft in particular with the Cardinals and Jeremiah Love. This isn't a bad move on paper, right? Devon Achane has played absolutely phenomenally out there in Miami. Great player, in what is unfortunately a not so good organization at the moment. I can't help but feel like the Dolphins have made a mistake in paying Devon Achane now. I'd be hesitant to say that they would have be better off to trade him for assets or maybe picks, because right now Achane's their entire offense. Who's playing quarterback? Who's being thrown to? Jalen Waddle, it was the only receiver worth mention. Braxton Berrios, is he still there? I don't even know. So you pay this, again, phenomenal running back, but you have nothing around him unless you're planning on handing it to him 40 times a game and hoping that your offensive line is going to be the greatest rushing offensive line in NFL history. You have no balance of an offense. And so they need to, with what it is right now, they need to find a way to get to either attract a quarterback out of a team, maybe a bad deal, somewhere that maybe he's not happy. I don't know who that would be off the top. I mean, maybe like a Jalen Hurts. Call me crazy. You might, if with the right moves, with the right amount of money or picks or the right offer, maybe you can attract a guy like Jalen Hurts out of the situation with the Eagles, right? Because AJ Brown's is probably on his way out, and there's a lot of drama around Jalen Hurts and whether or not he can throw, and is he just a tush push merchant, things like that. So not to say that he's looking to move, but maybe with the right offer, the Eagles might be willing to say, hey, maybe not, maybe explore. Well, maybe we'll explore that. You never know. That's just that's the NFL for you. There are blockbuster moves every year, But
The whole craziness to me is him being the third highest paid running back in the NFL. If we go a few years now and we look back on this, and you were asking who were the top 3 running backs of this past season, you would probably say CMC is 1, Saquon number 2, number 3. I probably would have put Bijan in terms of like contracts, probably just because alone on how well these guys perform, and teams want to commit to paying these guys. For Achane, I'm just like, what are the Dolphins trying to do here? I mean, we're in a shaky quarterback situation. We got Malik Willis as our starter, with Quinn Ewers following just like behind. That's who we're working with right now. And Malik Willis, he was a great backup in Green Bay. So I have high hopes for him, but like, I feel like we still got a lot more we need to work on for our depth with the wide receivers. There's just a lot going on there that it seems shocking to me that they would. They're telling us that they're fully committing to him as that running back, and overall, I just think I think he probably should have gotten a lot less, because running back is a position that depletes so much quicker. Aiden and I can attest to it with the Le'Veon Bell situation. Running backs just are not as much of a premium nowadays in the NFL. So to see a running back be the number 3 highest running back paid in the NFL is just shocking to me. I wouldn't even personally put him in my top 5 probably of running backs, maybe from this past season or stuff like that. It just seems kind of crazy to me. So yeah, absolutely crazy move by the Dolphins.
Aiden, did you not know that Malik Willis was the starting?
I was just about to say that.
I figured that's probably what he didn't figure out.
I forgot that Malik Willis went to the Dolphins, because I less hate this decision. Still not, still probably not the best decision in the world, paying him $64 million. But that looks a lot better than not having a quarterback, because I really do like Malik Willis. I've said this in past episodes. That's my mistake. I completely forgot that he went to the Dolphins. That changes things. Now you just need to go get receivers, because again, my point still stands there. You have Jalen Waddle and Braxton Berrios, or
is Jalen Waddle still on the team, or did he get?
No, I don't think.
No, he got traded to the Broncos.
Yeah, he got traded to the Broncos.
I didn't even hear about that. When did that happen? This is my first time hearing about that.
So now prior to the draft,
dude.
All day they have.
So who are they throwing to now?
It's just like null and void.
Their number 1 right now is Malik Washington.
Ew, gross.
Okay, yeah. Braxton Berrios is not even on the team.
Oh no, Aiden. Oh no.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh no, he's walking away. Oh no.
He's absolutely cut. Peter, why don't you take us into your take?
Yeah, I didn't hate the deal. I thought that really, like, this was a fine deal. Like, Matt, like, I think, like, you probably know this better than I do. I think this is like the highest paid, like, really for a non-QB AAV wise, for a player coming off of his rookie deal in NFL history, I believe. Is that correct? But really overall, like, I thought Devon Achane, like, again, like, is he like this top 5, like, deserving, like the CMC Saquon Barkley money? No. But do I think that he deserves to get paid as if he was a top 10 running back? Yeah, he is. I think he's a top 10 running back in the NFL. I think we can all agree that we all play fantasy. We've all seen Devon Achane have some really good outings, and then he's had some outings where it's like, dude, what happens? Like, oh yeah, by the way, your offensive line is literally made out of Play-Doh, where it's like they're not blocking or they're not doing anything. But really, I think for Devon Achane, like 4 years, about like $16 million a year, that's not a bad deal. I mean, the nice thing is, too, is the fact that if you're the Dolphins, this is an easily tradable contract, too. Where it's like, if you're like 1 year, 2 years in with Devon Achane, and a team is in need of a running back and, like, for Super Bowl contending, and you can get like a first runner or like a really high like second round pick out of him, you can easily trade that contract off to a team that wants Devon Achane because he is good enough in terms of his running game and his passing game where he can get traded off to another team. That being said, like the Dolphins are just in a very odd spot because I think they have like the most dead cap of any team in NFL history going into a single year. Like no joke, like the amount of money that Tua is getting paid in dead cap by the Dolphins is almost as much as the whole Devon Achane's whole entire contract is right now. So overall, like I don't think it was a bad deal for the Dolphins. I think they had to do this out of necessity because with Devon Achane's contract coming up off of his rookie deal, he needs to get paid. They don't want to lose him for nothing. So this was smart on their end, at least to prolong the possible inevitability of moving on from him in the near future.
Yeah. This deal, like it makes sense, like you're saying, because on that offense, really, like that's their only big time player. I think the difficulty comes with when you're paying a player that much running back and like we've been talking about, like they don't have what they used to have. I think the deal makes more sense if we go back a few years where they had Tyreek Hill and they were actually doing like pretty decently in the season. They were getting to the postseason, but right now, like this is where I'm kind of mixed up. Is like, yeah, you're not going to just like not re-sign him and just let him walk. Like you're not going to do that, right? That would be you're not getting any value back from that. So I understand that they have to re-sign him, but then again, I mean, you just re-signed him, but like for what? Because this team is not like, well, at least on paper, we'll see when the season starts. I mean, we'll get into the schedules and everything later, but the Dolphins, like, let's be honest, they're not in a winning time right now. Like that window it's closed. I mean, in a sense, it feels like they're in a rebuild situation. So they're, building through the draft, and we'll see what they do this season trading wise, but they're just not in a win now season. And frankly, like when we look at that, like his average earnings per year, I think it was $16 million. So he's right behind number one is Saquon Barkley with the Eagles, and then Christian McCaffrey, right, with the 49ers. And then you have Devon Achane at third. I'm like, well, that kind of just, I don't know if you guys ever seen that meme of like the 3 dragon heads, and you have like the,
Yes.
Oh yeah,
and you have like the goofy one.
yes.
It's not a diss at Achane. I think he's a great player, but like, are you close to McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley? I don't know. And when you do that, when you give a player that much, now, I mean, they just changed up the running back market, right? Because think about when Bijan Robinson comes out of his contract, bro, he's going to see that A-Chain deal, and he's going to be like, whoa, he got paid that much. I'm looking at my stats. Look what I'm doing for this team. He's going to want way more money.
For
So
sure.
that's the danger too, is when you pay a player like that in a crappy situation like this, like, well, now you just mess with the running back market. So you're like pissing off other NFL teams and general managers who are now, I mean, these players are going to see that and they're going to be like, well, if he got paid that, I want more than, because look at my production. Look what I've given to the team. So yeah, I think it's like it's a weird situation. Because like I said, you're not going to just let him walk for nothing, and at the same time, like, you have to give him some type of deal to keep him around. But
Yeah.
Any more takes on the deal, guys? Anyone got anything left? No.
I
Nope.
think it's honestly
Not
just-
after feeling the absolute dumbest I think I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah. Well,
That
yeah.
was awesome.
You were like, you got surprised, and me and Peter are just like cracking up because we're like, oh my god,
like,
did you not
like
know
no
Malik
joke.
Willis
Like
is starting?
I saw Matt's look on his face. Like he and I like made eye contact with one another. And we're just like, what is Aiden talking about?
When I met, well, I
Dude,
noticed
well,
that when
I
I mentioned
completely-
when I mentioned Malik Willis, Aiden was like, "Whoa, wait a minute."
you finally saw the light bulb pop off on his head. You're just like, and he goes like, "Yep," and I'm an idiot.
Well, I genuinely did not hear about. I never heard about the Jalen Waddle trade. I don't know how I never heard about that. I forgot that Malik Willis was there. Braxton Berrios was just the last other receiver that I knew there outside of Tyreek Hill. All right, so I'm giving myself a pass on that one. I think that's valid.
Which
But
is crazy
still.
because the Dolphins, like, it feels like their whole team just got like scrapped. Like, I mean,
They pretty much did.
They had a Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Who else did they have? They had someone else.
They had Darren Waller for a little bit.
Yeah, Darren Waller.
They had Tua. They had I think A-Chain when he got drafted. Like I think that was when like the team like really was humming. And then Mike McDaniels with this whole like too cool for school, wearing sunglasses in press conferences.
I'm shocked. I mean, that team looked so strong. That team looked very strong and just
cold weather, man. They couldn't play in cold weather.
Yeah, might I remind our viewers, we are just a bunch of guys that give our opinions. So some of these things are going to be inaccurate. So don't worry, Aiden. Don't worry.
No, mine's accurate.
Listen. We are all allowed one mistake every so often, all right?
You get your one mulligan this episode, so lock in.
Exactly.
He's got his mulligan. There you go.
Yeah.
All righty, boys. We're going to move on to our next
our
next topic. As you guys know, favorite time of the year, at least for me, is when the schedule releases drop from all the NFL teams, social media teams. So we're going to get into which teams had the best release video and which one had the worst video. This time we're going to kick off with none other than Peter. Give us your best schedule release. Talk us through it.
Yeah. The best one, Chargers. I need to know who.
Well done, Chargers.
Every single person on their social media and video production team, I need to go to Los Angeles and shake your hands. This was by far and away one of the best schedule releases I've seen. Number one, shout out to you going into Forge on Halo and doing all of that in the span of 2 months is crazy. Number two, the fact that they had all the storylines, all the memes, pulling that Cam Newton audio talking about Keon Coleman loving cookies is absolutely wild. And on top of that, you wanting to have a Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel reference in there is wild. Like absolutely unequivocally wild. But
I loved the CJ Stroud Caleb Williams part.
Yeah.
That was so funny. That was so funny.
The other crazy part of that video though is like I think they mentioned Bo Nix and his ankle, like the grenade going onto his ankle. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Bro, and the other funny part too is the fact that when they began the schedule and they faced off, I think, with the Arizona Cardinals in week 1, they posted the St. Louis Cardinals logos of Arizona Cardinals. And I'm like, dude, it's a small, like every single thing is like, there's like a small little Easter egg in there. Like Levi and I were going through it almost frame by frame to see what we could find. Like even there are stuff that he and I couldn't even get references to. I'm like, what are they talking about? But then people would do deep dives. So like, this is what they're referencing. I'm like, these guys are literal geniuses.
Yeah, I love that Aiden mentioned the CJ Stroud and Caleb Williams moment because that was freaking hilarious. Yes. I didn't even know they threw that in there, and then I watched it, and oh my gosh, I love how they put like devil horns on CJ Stroud too on his character in Halo.
Yes.
Yeah, they were insane. I mean, I probably have to put that as my favorite one. I watched their behind the scenes video yesterday about how they went in and they worked with Microsoft to getting this all set up, and they had their experts help them set things up in Forge mode. Like, it is absolutely insane. And they just seem to top every single year with their videos. Like, they did an incredible Minecraft one last year. I might have to say that this is even better than their Minecraft, and that's saying a lot because the Minecraft one was incredible. Like, all these references, the little Easter eggs is fantastic. But I should also give a shout out to the Indianapolis Colts. They did a Simpsons parody. It was really funny. You have Bart Simpson. He's on the chalkboard. He's talking about Tyreek Hill. I will not talk about Tyreek Hill.
That was hilarious.
I just love all these little things, these little jabs that each of these teams will have at other people, and all these little references. Is like these media teams are incredible. Like, this is the time for content creators to shine. For schedule release, it has become a huge thing. I love it.
Thank God there were literally 0 teams that used AI in any of their videos.
Actually, I heard there might have been one that used AI. I'll see if I can find out. But
we need to shame them. We need to shame them. But Aiden, what do you think was personally for you like the best video that you saw?
So I have something to admit to you fellas.
You haven't seen a single one?
I only watched half of the Chargers one. And I watched the Steelers one.
As a Halo fan?
I was listen. I was really busy this weekend. For those that aren't aware, and it's probably every single one of you that's watching, I started a new job this week. I was really, really busy with training and stuff like that. So I just didn't have enough time to sit down and watch them, unfortunately. So, but my pick for the best, I think no matter what, would have been the Chargers one. First of all, as a big Halo fan, you know, and also the creativity. I mean, 2 months, spending 2 months in Forge mode to perfect that and make it work, incredible. It explains why Halo Infinite sucks, because I think Microsoft was so worried about the Chargers making sure their schedule release was good that they forgot to focus on the game. But I do unfortunately have to admit that to you fellas. So if my pick for the best is going to be the Chargers.
Half of the Chargers video.
Yeah. And honorable mention to the Steelers video because the Pittsburghese part was really funny. So
yeah.
I love understanding Pittsburghese.
Yeah.
Matt, what was your favorite one that you saw?
Oh man, I'm hopping on the Chargers bandwagon because I mean, every year, man, they just get so creative, and when I saw it, I was cracking up, especially at the Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel one. I mean, that was hilarious. The Bo Nix, but I mean, obviously, Aiden, we talked about it. The Caleb Williams part that was freaking hilarious because the way they did that. But if I could give an honorable mention just to change it up, another one I really did like was the Raiders one. The Step Brothers.
Yes. Yep.
That was pretty funny.
That's a great one.
Mean, Kirk Cousins going, you got to call me Kirk O'Chains. That was like that was so freaking funny. Really funny. And how they're debating about Star Wars, like which one's their favorite Star Wars movie, and then Fernando Mendoza goes, Star Wars New Hope, but technically it was called Star Wars, and he goes on. It was so funny.
Yep.
Mendoza just sounds like he's such a nerd, and I love it.
Yeah,
I love this guy.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
I love the Giants. It felt so random, but they have Jameis Winston going out and doing a little Pictionary, drawing team. And
Levi and I saw that video yesterday. No joke. Like, Jameis Winston had the most fake French-looking mustache I've ever seen in my entire life with a beret, and he was doing Pictionary.
What they call him?
Giants fans.
Was it Van Winston Go? Is that what they called him?
It was Jameis Van Gogh or Winston Van Gogh or something like that.
Something like
and,
that.
So
but hey, shout out to the Giants. What they did was the fact that if the person got it right, they got free tickets to a game.
They did.
Awesome.
That was pretty cool.
They're smart. I love that part. Yeah. But I just want to point this out. Jameis Winston, honest to God, not a great quarterback, fantastic content creator.
He's so
absolutely hilarious.
I agree.
He drew Levi. What was it? It was like a Jaguar. They're playing the Jaguars, and Levi and I looked at each other. I was like, "Is that Pikachu? Like from Nintendo Pokemon?" But then the person like Jaguar. Someone was like, "That looks nothing like a Jaguar at all."
Dang.
It was funny. I want to give an honorable mention too. 2 honorable mentions. 1, the Broncos with Peyton Manning and his daughter. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Because Peyton Manning had to learn Gen Z terms.
Oh my god.
And it was so funny. And then 2, Tampa Bay, they did a Baywatch reference, which was absolutely hilarious.
They did good. I need to say something about the Broncos one there. I loved on one of their channel surfings, they had Chris Hansen interviewing a bandwagon fan who was rooting for the Chiefs, and he's like, so you're I don't remember what he said exactly, but he said so
you're a Chiefs fan, but also I found out that you're a Los Angeles Dodgers fan and a Yankees fan.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Yes. And I'm just like, so it's a more so of a reference to their bandwagons.
Yeah, ironically, a Chiefsaholic mention, low key.
Bro, that Chiefsaholic reference in the Chargers video is hilarious.
Yes, I love that.
Did you guys see the Titans release video? That one was pretty funny.
Yes, that was actually really funny.
Actually going around looking for lookalikes It was so
They found that
funny.
old guy that looks like Woody Johnson. He had like a chain on him. He was like 70 years old. It was hilarious.
Well, the Dom one, he was like, "Hey, Big Dom," and he's like, "Wait, what? Excuse me? I have an older brother. His name is Dom."
You know,
That was
the
low
ones,
budget though. I mean, all the
you
dude had to
know,
do was go on his phone and start recording people. I mean, that probably had to been under $10 that they spent on that one.
And they recorded
Yeah.
on an iPhone too. It's like perfect.
you know, one of the ones I did not like, which I could probably guess we all agree on, one of the bad ones, the Philadelphia Eagles. They came out with a 14-minute video of the players sitting around at a desk, opening up letters revealing each of their teams that they're playing this year. And I'm
Lame.
like, total snooze fest.
Yeah.
I was ready to fall asleep for that.
They're not a fun team.
Not a fun team.
No, not a fun team.
Not a fun team.
Not a fun team.
Unoriginal.
And
14
I will
minutes for a schedule release video
Yeah.
is stupid.
It was kind of ridiculous.
Never let them
And
do another one again.
Not worth a watch.
No.
I'll almost, and it's not necessarily bad, but it was very simple. They just had Dan Campbell for the Lions video. They just had him put the schedule on a bulletin board. It was like a 30-second video, so the shortest of the schedule releases. So nothing interesting, but I'd rather watch that 30-second video than that Philadelphia Eagles video.
Also, can I just say this as well? Did anybody else watch the Bills video?
No, I didn't see that one.
Bro,
Yeah.
It's weird.
I don't understand what they were going for.
They did like a brainstorming session trying to figure out like what to release for the schedule. And then Josh Allen's in the background was like, do a chrysalis. And
I don't know what a chrysalis is, right?
Yeah, it's basically what a caterpillar, when they transform into a butterfly, they go into a chrysalis.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is that the term?
Yes.
That's what it's called, yeah. Josh Allen just kept saying chrysalis, and then everybody in the room was getting on board. Yes, chrysalis.
Yes.
So that they have
Why doesn't have a ring?
And the head of the boardroom guy was like, let's do a barbershop quartet. And they did a combination of two. They did a barbershop quartet plus a chrysalis. I'm like, what?
I was expecting
That
the
is
chrysalis to pop open
incoherent.
and I don't know, maybe Patrick Mahomes pops out because Josh Allen turns into Patrick Mahomes or something.
It was
Since they have
just a
such beef with
weird
them. It was very weird.
video.
I didn't.
I will
I didn't like
say-
the-
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Matt.
no, I was just gonna say I didn't like the Bengals one. I thought that was just boring.
Yeah, that's
It was
true.
more of like a hype up, like okay, but like highlights, and I'm putting the teams they were playing. I'm like, come on, man.
I saw a person say they pulled a clip from 2020.
That's a bad look.
Really?
I'll have to go look back. At that.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
long
like,
time ago.
woof. Like, you gotta
I-
pull a clip from 2020 for your schedule release?
I think the worst one, and not that it was like actually bad, but like it is, was the Jaguars with
Yes, I was just gonna talk about
'cause
that. I
holy
have mixed feelings on
cursed, holy cursed Trevor Lawrence with shorter hair.
that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, it
was
absolutely
terrifying.
cursed.
Yeah. Luckily, it was a wig, though. It was a wig.
It was a
Still.
wig. So I
Still.
think Jacksonville fans are relieved, but at the same time, it's like, oh, it was actually just a wig. It's like all that hype that was built around the Jaguars release video with him cutting his hair. Now it's like, oh, it was just kind of just a little gimmick they wanted to do. But I am glad that his hair is still long.
Also,
I couldn't do that.
I just want to point this out. I don't know if like you guys are on YouTube a lot, but did you watch like Game Theory or like Movie Theory growing up? With,
Yeah.
Matt Pat?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Matt Pat made
Cleveland Browns.
an appearance on the Cleveland Browns one, and it was awesome. I
It
loved
was. There was
That's
this, they
pretty
did a,
sick.
they did a Street Fighter
Yeah.
And
parody. It was
and
hilarious.
guess what? That's no theory. And I'm just like, he did the
That's
thing.
He did the thing. He did
That's
the thing.
awesome.
I loved it.
I love that video. Like, a lot of people dogged on it saying it was dumb. I'm like, but if you're like ingrained in like our mindset as kids growing up and watching Game Theory, that's awesome. That's a great reference.
Mhm.
I didn't
Shout out to
understand
Matt
the.
Pat.
I didn't understand the Cardinals one.
That was weird.
That was very
It
bizarre.
was like a Zoom meeting. I think that that was the one I believe that people were suggesting could have potentially been AI incorporated.
I think so too. Like it looked.
It looked like it.
When I was looking back through it, I thought they did like sort of the memoji thing that Apple does when you do FaceTime stuff. I thought they did that, but apparently, like when you look back at it and I think about it, like, yeah, I think it was AI.
lazy team,
Yeah.
man.
It could have
lazy.
been. Moving things on here, going to the NBA, we got to talk about the Spurs and particularly with Wemby. So what happened in Game 4? I'm sure all of you guys have seen
Game 5.
is Game 5. Game 5, and there was an elbow that he had taken to Naz Reid, and I had to rewatch this again. Like, I watched this live, but when I went back, because I was really trying to debate if this was really intentional, and after looking back at it, this looks 100% intentional. The flagrant was very well deserved. Getting ejected, absolutely. Not getting suspended, that's where it gets a little tricky. What do you guys think about him not getting suspended?
Well, Matt, by the way, one, I apologize. I was wrong. Levi, you were right. It was Game 4, so I apologize on that. Matt, you actually dove into the reason why Wemby wasn't suspended, correct?
Yeah, I did. So it was on NBC Sports. They mentioned that they go by a point system in the NBA playoffs, which I thought was pretty weird. Especially if they said that it was I think they said it was a flagrant 2, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's why there was no suspension or fine. And then I think they also look at kind of your past history. So the writer did bring up that, like, if it was a player like Draymond Green or I'm not a crazy NBA fan, so I'm trying to think of the guy on the Pistons who's pretty crazy too.
You're good. I was just
Stewart.
thinking if it was Draymond Green, he's probably facing a firing squad today.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
gosh.
I feel like the
Jeez.
NBA needs to have a scale for what counts as a suspension and not suspension, and use Draymond Green as your rating scale.
Yeah, the Draymond scale or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they were pretty much saying it's a I think 4 points, and you get to 4 points, that's when you get suspended. So they said that the flagrant 2 put him at 2 points. But yeah, I do agree. I looked at the clip again this morning, and I was like kind of just going through it very slowly and then fast. It looked pretty intentional. Like, I know they're trying to, the head coach came out, he said that it wasn't intentional, but I was like, when I looked at it, he gets that rebound, he gets it like that. He kind of does this little turn with his hip, but then he has this like angry face. There's a pause, and then he swings his elbow right into Reed's face. That looked pretty intentional. Like, I can't sugarcoat that. That looked intentional.
I mean, I saw it in the moment, and I'm like, oh, that's 100% intentional. I'm just surprised, like, again, like, I understand, like, with the whole point system, now that, like, you're talking about, like, that makes sense that he wasn't suspended, but I'm surprised that he wasn't fined or anything. Like, I'm surprised that, we just didn't really, get a fine, like a $50K, like, $25K fine. Like, but also, too, I posted this video in my reaction to Wemby not getting suspended. It's like, I'm surprised that, again, if this was David Stern's NBA, he's 100% getting suspended. I mean, look back at what Draymond Green did in 2016. Like, he literally gave LeBron James a little love tap in the groin area, and he got suspended a game. What was it, Game 6, if I remember correctly, guys, or Game 5? But like, again, it goes back to the fact that why wasn't Wemby suspended? Because like, if Draymond got suspended for doing something like that, like Wemby doing that, if this was David Stern's NBA, David Stern's just sending him to like Guantanamo Bay or something, because like he's like, you're not doing this in my league. But the fact that, again, I think the NBA was too lenient. I think if you gave him like a $25K fine, that's understandable. But to like not give him any punishment after doing a flagrant 2 in the playoffs to Naz Reid just shows the fact that, hey, there's zero consequences to doing something as intentional as that.
Well, so this is my advice to Mitch Johnson, the Spurs head coach: never become a lawyer, because in his statement, he actually contradicts himself pretty badly. He says that Wembanyama, he's usually targeted by teams. They usually play pretty rough with him to throw him off his game. So he has the right to defend himself. And then he says that there was no malicious intent with it. So it's like, okay, you're saying that, I mean, he didn't do this maliciously, but then you're saying that he had the right to defend himself. So I'm like,
I would assume that in saying that, he is insinuating that self-defense isn't necessarily intentional, if that makes sense. Like, not that it's not maybe intentional is not the right word, but that it isn't under the same umbrella as, like, being physical or rough. Like, that would be my guess. I'm not, like you said, I don't think he should be a lawyer because I agree. I think that can be easily misinterpreted. Obviously, I have no idea what he meant. I don't think any of us know what he means.
Yeah.
Like that could easily be misinterpreted. As for my take on it, I think, and I kind of agree with Peter. I really think at most there should have been a fine and a suspension. At like the least amount should have probably been at least a fine. I would say you can be on either train. It should have been at least a fine, or it should have been a suspension. It should have been one or the other. Not no. And I understand the point system that they talked about. I understand why that's in place. You know, Wembanyama's not been known as a player to go out and intentionally try and hurt anyone or commit any egregiously bad fouls like that. But I do agree that even if it is unintentional or not malicious, anything like that, like you can't have it, you know? And at the end of the day, you gotta have spatial awareness too. I mean, you are a big leaguer, you're on a basketball court, you know there's a guy nearby. Like, you can't be that surprised. You can't act like he wasn't like close to you because he was fighting for that ball too. So you can't like even use that as an excuse as like, oh, I didn't realize he was that close. I do agree. I think there should have been suspension or at least a fine, one or the other. I'd be fine with just a fine and no suspension. I also be fine with the suspension and no fine. If you want to do both, you know, sure. But I think it definitely should have been one or the other personally.
I know for sure that if that was me playing up against you guys in some street ball, my parents probably would have grounded me for that.
Hey, and if you're wondering, believe me, there have been plenty of times where this guy right here has done some malicious things on the basketball court.
Crazy.
Believe me.
You got that right.
All right. Anyway, boys, other NBA news going on right now. The Milwaukee Bucks have made an announcement saying that they are now listening to trade offers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Guys, right now, Giannis is currently on his 3-year, 175-year max deal. He is right now 31. He averaged this year 27.6 points per game, lowest since 2018. And really, this year was just a lot of drama. Giannis said he was fully healthy after suffering a calf injury. The Bucks decided to shut him down. And on top of that, boys, there was an interview that Miles Turner had on his podcast with Breonna Stewart, where Miles said, quote, "Guys were late all the time. Doc Rivers, never find anyone. Guys would show up to practice whenever they wanted to. If we were supposed to be on the plane to leave at 2, the plane wouldn't leave till 4:30. Breonna Stewart then asked Miles Turner, "Who's the teammate that's most likely to be late?" Miles Turner, without hesitation, said, "Giannis. He would just show up whenever he wanted to. It just came with the territory." So, for you guys, my first question is, where do you think Giannis should go? Should he stay in Milwaukee, or should he be traded to another team and give me a team that you think that he would be the best fit? And then 2, because of this interview, do you think that hurts Giannis's trade stock just a little bit?
He's a bull.
Just right down the street.
Down the street. I just think it's just very, like, initially when everything was coming out with the Milwaukee Bucks situation, us as fans, we don't have any inside knowledge of what's going on there in the organization as to why they're not starting Giannis and just continuing to have him sit despite him being healthy. We have no idea about that. So we're interpreting that as like, oh, what kind of organization is this? This is idiotic. Why are we not getting this guy out there? You know, if they want to have a shot to go to the NBA Finals, go into the playoffs, they should be going and doing that. So it was just, I couldn't understand what was going on. After hearing this news with the interview, that changes my whole perspective. If Giannis is going to be that kind of guy and it's going to show up late, and Doc Rivers or whoever really needs to be the one responsible for this is not going to show any discipline, just seems kind of insane. Like, I'm not talking about just for Giannis, but the team as a whole, the organization, we need to have more discipline on these guys. If there's things other than, you know, being late to stuff, if there's other things going on, that's something that needs to be figured out for next season. I say all this now. saying that it probably in some fashion does not hurt Giannis. I know we have all the drama, but Giannis is still a great player. And despite him, having his average lowest since 2018, he didn't play a lot this season. So, of course, that's going to happen. But there's going to be a lot of teams that are 100%. If they add Giannis to their roster, that's like the one thing they need to get them over the edge. And so, one of my initial favorites, I've talked with our roommate Bryce about this before. I'd love to see him go to New York. I'd love him to be a part of the Knicks personally.
Actually, really
I
funny you
think
say that because I would see that. I could foresee that being a potential landing spot there in New York.
I think at the very least you need to keep him in the East. The West is already stacked. The East is in pain right now. They need to keep some big players in the East. It's getting more and more crazy out in the West. So I at least think that Giannis's destination should be somewhere in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I think I do believe that this actually lowers his value. Um I think a good example I'm going to give is a guy like Antonio Brown. And I'm not saying Giannis is as bad as Antonio Brown. I want to preface that. But when you have a guy who insinuates locker room drama, creates problems outside of basketball, or in Antonio Brown's case, football, right? You create a culture that not a lot of guys want to be a part of. You know, some guy, and there are some guys out there that would just that, hey, we're winning basketball games. I don't care. You're gonna get those guys, right? There are also a lot of players that in my opinion, that probably at some point will get tired of the antics. Let's say he does go to the Knicks, right? Is he gonna be okay with a guy like Giannis coming in? Hey, I'm the superstar now. You know, things run around me. I'll show up to the plane when I'm ready, and the plane will leave when I'm ready. That type. Now, again, not saying that maybe he's necessarily doing that. We have to take everything Miles Turner says with a grain of salt. Obviously, we can't just take that as pure black and white. I think that'd be disingenuous. We have to take it with a grain of salt. But like that's just not. It's not good locker room presence. It's not a good locker room presence. Is Jalen Brunson gonna be okay with a guy like that? Like these are guys who have pretty much been leading the Knicks in everything that they've been able to accomplish is Cat and Jalen Brunson. And do they want a guy who's just gonna come in and be all drama? Like me personally, and I say this as a Warriors fan, which I'm not even gonna get into that. You can call me a bandwagon, whatever you want to do. I don't care. I've been sticking with them when they've been bad. So, I don't want them to. I don't want to see that with the Warriors. Like, if I want to see a guy who's gonna go and help the Warriors win without creating locker room drama, because we already got that with Draymond.
Sure do.
Like, we don't need more of that. Like, I don't know. It depends on what team's value. Is this now a guy is this a guy that's worth 3 firsts, or is he worth a first in 3 seconds because of his locker room issues? That's the question.
I think again addressing the drama and kind of touching on the Antonio Brown stuff just a little bit. Like the Raiders, they were in a desperate. They aren't the greatest organization, and we're in a desperate stage. Like, I know this guy has drama. Let's bring him on. Obviously, he didn't even play a single game with the Raiders. Didn't even last like a week there. But there are going to be those NBA teams out there that say, hey, we're in a bad spot right now, and we can probably understand what's going to come with this athlete by having him on our team, but we know this guy statistically is going to make us better. And so that's why I could say his value may not change. I mean, it's not like this has been a long-term thing. This is something that almost sounds like it started this year. And I'm hoping that maybe this drama wouldn't continue, but I still think that Giannis is going to have some great value because there are some teams that 100% that they bring this guy in is going to help them out so much. And so as long as he keeps his drama to a minimum, his value is, I think it'll at least remain stagnant.
His contract is about to be up, right?
I believe so. I think it's like he's entering, I think, like the last year of his deal.
So
It
I
is,
mean,
yeah.
if you think about it, if his contract was about to be up, and if it's like the last year, I mean, whoever he gets dealt to is gonna have to pay him a whole new contract.
Right.
Mm.
That,
I mean,
and
So
you're
it's gonna have
looking
to be a
at
sign and trade.
that, and you're almost looking at kind of a 1-year rental at that point because of that.
Or a
Like,
sign and trade, depending if they give him an extension.
yeah, that's true.
I wonder
They
how
probably
that
don't want
will
that.
affect negotiations. Like, I'm not big into the NBA, but I mean, similar to the NFL, like if you're trading a player on last year of a deal, I mean, I know that could probably affect negotiations because I mean, you can argue that like, yes, you want all of this, but we have to pay him. We have to
Right.
give him a whole new contract. So
I think the biggest problem with Giannis is really it's this whole antics situation. Like, yeah, like he's like, oh, like if you guys remember, like back at the trade deadline, like Giannis was talking about, oh, on to my new chapter, all that stuff, and then like he comes to, like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm like a co-owner now of Kalshi. It's like, what? Like, like what? Like again, he was just stirring up drama, like trying to get his name in the headlines. It's like, I think really for me, like I think if you're the Knicks, like you don't really have the assets to trade him because mind you, they trade all their picks to get Mikal Bridges onto their team. And like Aiden said, like, do you want to trade a Draymond Green for a Giannis Antetokounmpo? Yes, the talent is like going to be greater for Giannis, but it's like the drama is still going to be there because mind you too, if you guys like, don't listen to the Jeff Teague podcast from time to time, Jeff Teague has literally said like wherever he goes, he has to have Thanasis on the team as well. Like, so if you're getting Giannis, you have to have Thanasis, and that's a waste of a roster spot if you're that NBA team. So if I'm the Bucks, it's like, one, you want the best trade offer to go into a rebuild and get like good players or good draft picks to go into a rebuild to like revitalize your roster a little bit. I mean, shoot, just take a look at the Phoenix Suns. Like they traded Kevin Durant away and they got like Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and a few other players and draft picks, and they became a playoff caliber team when they were supposed to be in a rebuild this year. So I think overall, I think a good landing spot for Giannis would be the Miami Heat because you definitely know Pat Riley is going to have a zero tolerance policy on the drama. Because mind you, he traded Jimmy Butler too, and like because he was like you're way too much of a headache, and he traded Jimmy to the Warriors, and like the Miami Heat, albeit like they haven't been as successful, but like they've still been a fairly competitive team in the NBA. So,
well, and Bam Adebayo going for 83 helps too.
Yep,
I think
rather.
I think a good landing spot for him. Get ready for this.
Oh dear.
Oh gosh.
Not an NBA watcher, but I want to entertain the fans, the viewers. The Orlando Magic.
Yes, I would love Orlando Magic. I would love to watch him every week.
Magic.
I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Because like I said, I'm gonna admit it. I don't watch NBA like that. So, do the Magic need a forward? He's a power forward, correct?
They already have Paolo Banchero,
yeah, that's
so
gonna be the problem tricky there. You know what? I will say, sorry, Pete, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I will say, if we're gonna go down that route of potential entertainment, what if the Mavericks went after him?
Oh
gosh!
Because
with Cooper Flag,
especially post Luka trade, I think now I know he's not there anymore, but what's his name? Why am I blanking?
Are you talking about their GM?
Yeah, that traded. Yes, thank you. Imagine if Nico Harris was still there, and then he went and got Giannis. Now, obviously, he's not, but I genuinely think people would be like, "Oh, Luka who? We got Giannis and Cooper Flag." I don't know if they really have the assets to be able to really go after a guy like that. But
knowing Nico Harrison, he would have traded Cooper Flag to the Bucks for a box of used Kleenexes and really bad toilet paper that like it's like, not soft, it's rough. It's like sandpaper.
Like single ply or whatever it is.
Single ply toilet paper.
Yeah.
My strat is you trade for the younger brother, Thanasis, and then you.
Oh,
draft
yeah, he
Giannis.
mistakes Giannis for
Yeah.
Thanasis and James
That would be
applied for him. That would have been hilarious.
No, he's on
That
something
makes-
though. You trade for Thanasis, and because Thanasis has to be with Giannis goes to. That's brilliant.
And
Really?
free
Trade
agency,
for
you don't
for
gotta spend
Thanasis. It's
nothing.
an even trade.
Little off subject here. Just reminds me in fantasy football when somebody drafts B Robinson, they got
Oh my
Brian Robinson
gosh,
instead
Brian
of Bijan
Robinson.
Robinson.
Yeah.
It's a great
Yeah, I
one.
love that. Yeah.
Uh,
So speaking of NFL, Peter, I believe you have a game for us this week.
yes, everyone, is that time in the episode. We are now in game time.
Yes.
Gentlemen, our first game is going to be NFL Keep 4, Cut 4 QB edition. I'm going to blindly give you guys 8 players. You have to keep 4, cut 4, okay? I'm going to name them off one by one. First player up, Sam Darnold.
Keep.
Um,
In my opinion, keep.
Yeah, but you don't know who else he's gonna say.
Okay, but let me put it this way: I will take Sam Darnold over Jalen Hurts, over JJ
Hey, man,
McCarthy, over
just-
like,
well, hey,
you know what I'm
just
saying?
Don't get ahead.
Like-
Don't get too ahead of yourself. This is current QBs, right? It's not all time.
We don't know
I'm
that.
not going to reveal that information.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's,
see
it's
that?
blind.
okay.
It's blind. I'm not going to.
So
I'm not gonna
so
tell
he
you.
could.
All right, so never
He
mind.
potentially
So that
could.
does change. I'm thinking strictly current. Okay, that changes. That
Yeah.
does change things.
It could
If it-
change things, so we don't know for sure.
I
but
am going to tell you
Maybe.
it is current NFL QBs. I was just
Okay.
messing with you. It's
Okay.
current NFL
Yes.
QBs right now.
current.
Okay.
Okay.
That's on
Then, yeah,
active
keep.
roster, not in Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not on active roster. Has to be on active roster right now.
I'm saying keep.
Keep.
That's
I
my
am
personal
actually
opinion.
okay. I'm okay with that. I mean, this dude just won a Super Bowl. How can you not? He's got the assets on the team. He's looked good. He's been in some bad organizations, and he proved himself last year with Minnesota,
Minnesota.
and now he won a Super Bowl. So it's like, yeah, I think this guy is worthy of a keep. I would say keep as well.
All right. So you're keeping Sam Darnold. Next quarterback up, Michael Penix Jr.
Oh no, dump.
Sorry, you're
Goodbye.
going to Cancun.
Is this a democracy? Like whatever we all vote on, that player is
I think
kept
so,
or dumped, or
right?
It's
We're
majority
gonna team
rules.
here.
Majority
Okay.
rules.
Majority
I
rule,
would cut him
okay.
anyway. So I
Yeah.
think we all.
I think we all
Yeah.
agree on that.
Yeah.
All right. So you cut Michael Penix Jr. Next player up, Dak Prescott.
Oh,
Sayonara,
Oh,
buddy.
I don't know, man. He's not that bad. Like
he's
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 is
just in a
he's
bad
serviceable,
organization.
dude. Like he's really
How old is
not
he
that
now?
bad.
how
I
old?
don't
What
know,
is Dak
maybe
now?
30.
Dak is like 31. Like 30,
Yeah,
30,
man.
30 go on 31.
He just struggles in
man.
big moments, though.
He does. That
But-
is the big
but-
problem.
Yeah, but what happens when Mason Rudolph comes up? Or
Oh crap! Yeah, I'm not even thinking about that.
like
I guess off that alone, then I mean,
and
keep him?
he is still probably a top 10 quarterback in the league.
I'll keep him. Cause
Like-
that's a good point. Cause if a guy like Mason Rudolph or freaking, I'm sorry, Aiden, but if Malik Willis pops up, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's you know what? That's valid. I will listen. I can't hate with that take. I love Malik Willis. He has not shown himself to be a top, quarterback in the league yet. I just really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
Are we all keeping Dak then? Levi, what did you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, I
Okay.
say we keep Dak.
Yeah.
All right. So you kept Dak Prescott. Next player up, Trevor Lawrence. Mr.
Ah.
Haircut himself.
Oops.
I mean, they had a good turnaround the past 1 or 2 seasons. Like he's significantly improved. I loved the way the Jaguars played last year, but he's probably still like in that mid-tier QB range.
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
tough.
with Mahomes, Josh Allen still on the table, like Jordan Love, Danier. I think I'd Danier throw Jordan Love in that top list, like potentially. Like
would you take Jordan Love over Trevor Lawrence?
today, probably. I would say so, probably today.
So, Levi, you
I
said
would-
dump.
I'm okay cutting,
Okay.
but majority
Is this our third guy would be cutting or a second guy?
Second guy.
We're a second guy.
I'd
we'd be
say-
2-2 right now.
I would say like a first date, very uninterested, just constantly looking at the phone and everything. I'm dumping him. You gone.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
All right,
Okay.
so your guys are dumping Trevor Lawrence. Next guy up, Caleb Williams.
Oh boy. After one season,
Yeah, the Iceman. Keeping him.
dude,
Nice.
he
I would debate you right
many
now,
fourth-
Levi.
Now, hang on here. Listen here. How many fourth quarter comebacks did he have this season?
At least like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
Like
you got a
4 or
lot.
5. Is that including like that playoff game? Because I will say that playoff game against the Rams was incredible. The way he threw that ball, it was awesome. But does these comebacks, does this give him enough leeway to be in the top in our four?
As a non-biased person,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Aiden, what do you think?
you
I-
have 2 keeps and 2 cuts left.
Yes. I'm going to get out in front of this on the off chance this person pops up. I would still take CJ Stroud over Caleb Williams. I think
Woof. Whoa.
Wow.
and
Whoa. That's stinky.
Wow.
That's stinky.
but you think that, right? Until you consider the situation that CJ Stroud has been in with the Texans. Because that guy can still throw the ball really well. And when you have the 28th best rushing attack in the NFL, teams are not going to be keying in on your run game. Therefore, it becomes 10 times harder for a quarterback to perform. Okay?
But are you
Again-
keeping him or cutting him?
I would lean towards cut, but I will let Levi be the deciding vote.
Crap.
I
gotta
can really go either way. I would lean towards cut.
I have a fandom here that's gonna be potentially hating me here. Man, that's so tough.
Because at the end
You
of the
got a lot
day,
of-
you just can't take those hits. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
Here is what I will say. This was Caleb Williams' first or second season.
Second.
Second season.
His first season, not very great. Second season, this Bears team looked like they were ready to ride in the playoffs. And, you guys beat your rival, the Packers. You guys hate that team more than any team. And you guys were so excited. Caleb Williams went and beat the Packers.
Let me sprinkle this in for your consideration. CJ Stroud had a phenomenal first year because he had a balanced offense that could actually at least somewhat run the ball. Caleb Williams did not have a phenomenal first year because he was not in a balanced offense. Okay? Now Caleb Williams is in a balanced offense and he had a great year. CJ Stroud was not in a balanced offense and he had a bad year. I'm just saying.
I'm about to
Okay,
dog
wait, hold
the
on.
Steelers real
If he
quick.
gets a throw in and try to sway the vote, I'm gonna jump in and try to sway the vote
Okay,
too.
let's hear it.
The Chicago Bears, year one with Caleb Williams. I mean, they didn't have Romo Dunze at that point, I don't think. And they had Matt Eberflus as the head coach who couldn't do a thing. That dude couldn't even coach a Pee Wee football game if he had to.
He's not wrong.
They had Ben Johnson, who, I mean, really
That's true.
turned it around for Caleb Williams. That's all I gotta say. I mean, look at that Packers game at the end of the year too. When we were down, I think it was almost similar to that Falcons and Patriots Super Bowl. We were down big, and Caleb Williams brought us back.
They were down 21 that Packers game, and they came back and won.
I won't have anything else to say on CJ Stroud. If we have to talk about him later, I will. But you guys both had some valid arguments.
Put your Ohio State bias away.
That's not
Where's
Ohio State
Ohio
bias. That's not Ohio State bias.
This
On my
is Ohio
life.
State bias.
On my life. No. Listen up, Mr. Bears fan. Listen up, Mr. Bears fan. No. Listen up. That is not bias. That is completely detached from Ohio State. I
Levi,
am merely
decide
looking at
right now, keep or cut Caleb Williams.
I am going to keep Caleb Williams.
Yes.
Caleb Williams
Yes.
keep. All right. So
It's gonna pay off.
you
don't
have
worry.
Sam Darnold, you have Dak Prescott, you have Caleb Williams, you have cut Michael Penix Jr. and Trevor Lawrence. You got 2 cuts and 1 keep left. Okay.
We're doing good.
Next player up, Joe Burrow.
Ooh.
Hot take.
Can't
Yeah.
stay healthy. Can't stay healthy.
He can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Can't stay
I'm
healthy
gonna-
behind, especially a bit behind that Bengals O-line. Just can't stay healthy.
Yep.
It's crazy to say that. If he was healthy, we'd probably be putting him in there. But the injuries have just been very unfortunate for this guy the past 2 years. If he can't stay healthy, it's going to be hard to want to keep you.
All right. Yeah, he gone.
Feel bad for
All
the
right.
Bengals, honestly.
So you got 1 keep, 1 cut left. All right. Next player up,
He's about to kill us
Geno
here.
Smith.
Oh
Gino-
my
okay.
gosh.
We don't know who our last guy could be.
You have
but,
no
I
idea
mean,
who your last person is.
I'm cutting him.
I agree.
Do we-
I
do
don't
we-
think
I
Geno's
think-
that good.
I think Geno's at the bottom. I think you can't get worse than Geno. So
You
I
can.
agree.
You can.
Well,
very
you
much
can.
can. JJ McCarthy still exists.
Jason
But-
McCarthy still does exist.
I swear, if JJ
Mason
McCarthy's our
Rudolph
last
also
pick,
still exists. But
I swear he's gonna
I
kill
think
us here.
Geno Smith is probably bottom
But-
5 quarterbacks in the league right now. So
Yeah,
unless
so
we
I
get
would cut.
unless we get another bottom 5 quarterback, I think it can only be up from there.
Good job,
Peter's
guys.
just
We're- we're
scratching
cooking.
his chin there.
We're
He's probably
cooking
got
right now.
something here. We're about to get cooked.
So,
Nah.
so you're cutting. So you're
Yeah.
cutting.
We're cutting him.
Yeah, he's gone.
Cutting Geno
him off my
Smith.
team.
All right. So for our viewers, our listeners, they cut Michael Penix Jr., Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, and Geno Smith. You guys have kept Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott, and Caleb Williams.
Cooked.
Your last player
Finally.
is JJ McCarthy.
We should have kept Joe
You
Burrow.
guys sold, man.
We should have kept Joe Burrow.
I'm no joke. I'm like, I threw like Joe Burrow out there. I'm like, that's an easy keep because he's like, regardless of the injuries, like he's still like a top 5 talent. And when you guys cut him, I'm just like, oh.
Oscar is going to
listen,
flame us.
Listen. I totally expected to see like Josh Allen come out, or like that was my only thought. I was like, there's no shot he goes, back to back, just bad pulls, right?
I was expecting like my 4 keeps for you guys would have been Dak Prescott, Caleb Williams, Joe Burrow, and then like Sam Darnold possibly. Like if you wanted to throw him in that discussion, like the 4 easy cuts would have been like McCarthy, Penix Jr., Lawrence, and then Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Cut McCarthy.
We were one off. We were basically one off there.
Yeah.
But
Not a
Bill
bad. I
sticks.
mean, not bad from the fellas, all things considered.
it's not a
but-
terrible list. I just know we're going to get flamed by Oscar about cutting Joe Burrow.
It deservedly
hit on.
so. I don't know
Hit
what
on.
you
All right,
guys
hit on.
cut
Hit
him.
on. Can we just hit a little unplanned segment here really quick and talk about the CJ Stroud versus Caleb Williams debate?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
that'll be a different
Listen,
discussion. That'll be a
here's-
different discussion in a later
I'm
episode.
going to say one thing about it.
Discussion in a later episode.
The dude threw 4 interceptions against the Steelers, and the Steelers still lost, but he threw all those interceptions, and then I believe in their next playoff game threw a lot of interceptions. So it's
But
like,
it's not. No. But you can't judge his whole career on 2 bad games. That's
He had
my
a
how we
point.
just-
season.
isn't that how we've judged Dak Prescott in the playoffs?
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
the same argument you have for Dak Prescott.
No. It's a little different. It's a little bit of a different argument because CJ Stroud's only been in the league, what, 3 years, 2-3 years? That's it.
Yeah, 3 years.
Dak Prescott, we know Dak Prescott can't perform in the playoffs. We watched
So
CJ
can-
Stroud play.
so-
No, we watched CJ Stroud play well in the first year in the playoffs. We watched it. We saw it happen. He played well that first year in the playoffs. Listen,
And now he's become Dak.
no. It's way too early to say
Again,
that.
when we do NFL QB rankings, that will be in a different episode down the road. But put a fork in it, and we'll hold on to that when we get to that episode.
Please write your notes because I'm sure you got a lot to say on it. So
for our video for our video watchers and our listeners in social media, please comment down below. Did they cook with this? And also, is Aiden right? Is CJ Stroud a better quarterback than Caleb Williams? We will have that discussion later on. Next game up, gentlemen. It is summer. It's kind of like Phineas and Ferb song. There's 104 days of summer vacation. Not really, but pretty close to it. But school's out. So right now we're going to do a quick snake draft of summer vibes. Okay. So we're doing 4 picks for the snake draft. We're going to do one movie set or is about the summer. Okay. We have one. You have to pick one event. Either a sporting event, holiday, an event, okay? One food item, and then one miscellaneous item, which it could be any one of those, or it could be something different, okay?
Must be summer related, of course.
So again, it has to be related to summer. If you select a item that is not related to summer, it will be left up to the jury. Let's say Matt selects something, and he says "Oh, I pick a snowman." Aiden, Levi, and I will be like the jury and be like, no, that's not a summer item. That's a vetoed. So just so you
unless
know,
you're Olaf who loves summer.
Unless you're Olaf and you love summer, okay?
Yeah.
So it has to be set during the summer, okay?
Yep.
The draft order will be: I will go first, followed by Matt second, followed by Levi, and then Aiden. It's a snake draft, so then it'll go back to Aiden, and then I'll have the last pick in the second round, okay? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. With my first overall pick, I'm going to go with movie, and I'm going to go with The Sandlot.
Wow, who would have seen that coming? Who could have?
It's the movie about summer. So I definitely know if I didn't get Sandlot, I would have been screwed for movies. So thank God I had Sandlot.
I wonder why Peter went first, guys.
Yeah, geez, I wonder.
Alrighty.
Hey, you question the order this was in. I literally did no joke. I did heads versus tails in a bracket form.
All right, fair enough.
Best of 5 won, and I won versus
enough.
Levi. So
all right. Well, then go ahead, Matt.
All right. So it could be anything. It could be either the movie, the event, food.
Yep, any of the 4.
Okay.
Any order.
Let me cook here real quick. I'm gonna go event here. Sorry if I take this from anyone, but I had to secure it now. I'm gonna say golf. Being able to golf in the summer, go to a driving range, go to a course.
That is honestly very valid. So
I'm gonna take golf.
Matt took golfing. Hey, are we gonna veto that?
No,
Any veto?
I think.
Why would we veto that?
Yeah, I would call that summer. I would say that's pretty summer related.
Obviously for me in Florida, golf is an every year team game that you can do, but up north, that's usually your summer sport that you get to do, something more laid back, relaxed.
Yeah, a spring summer activity. Yeah.
I ain't golfing in 0 degrees.
So I agree.
Yeah,
I ain't golfing out in freaking 3 feet of snow. I'm not a psychopath.
I'd say it's summer.
I'm not from Buffalo, New York.
I mean, I think golf you could definitely take it into like fall, kinda.
I think it's more spring than fall.
Would you say?
Yeah, okay. I mean, you could
it's more spring than fall, but it's definitely a summer thing.
Yeah.
All right. So Matt took golfing. Levi, you're up with your next pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with movie, and this is something I love to watch pretty much every year, and I probably seem to watch it almost anytime our family's down in West Palm Beach, Florida. But I'm gonna go with Jaws.
Okay.
I love Jaws.
All right.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. Respect.
I love to watch.
Yeah, that's a summer movie.
It's so funny. I watch it like when I'm literally the next day we'll go into the ocean, and people always have a big fear of sharks, but and there I am watching a movie about sharks and going in the water right after.
All right, Aiden, what's your 2 picks?
All right, I'm going to start off with a food, and I'm going to go with a bratwurst.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like
okay.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Absolutely love a good, especially a jalapeno cheese filled brat. Throw some barbecue on that. Insane.
All right, chill out, because you're gonna start making me hungry now. I'm gonna have to DoorDash something.
Yeah.
All right, your next pick.
For my second pick, I am going to go miscellaneous, and it's going to be another food, and I'm going to do mac and cheese
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
because
Dub
what
for
goes
mac and
better
cheese.
than like July 4th? You got the nice spread, you got a cool mac and cheese. Like our mom makes the best mac and cheese. It's so good. I mean, talk about a perfect summer setting.
All right. Awesome. Levi, what's your second pick?
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna go with food as well. And Aiden took a good one there. I kind of forgot about bratwurst. But I guess I'm just gonna say hot dogs. You know, one of those every
Classic.
4th of July. Who do you picture? Who do you picture with
Classic.
hot dogs? Joey Chestnut, like peak, and I just love eating hot dogs. I know that I will never ever try and learn what's inside a hot dog. I do not want that.
Please
ruined for me.
don't. For your sake, don't.
Definitely.
All right, Matt, what is your second pick? Because you look giddy. You look excited.
I'm gonna have to go with a burger, a good juicy burger, char grilled.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you cook burgers with propane, I will never come to your cookout. That's just a warning. Like,
How dare you slander propane?
I mean, propane accessories.
I think it's this. I mean, okay, I'll go short. I like
Charcoal.
Charcoal. You get that nice smoky taste on the burgers.
That's
great.
true. That's true.
That's true. That is fair.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right.
So I have my two. I was surprised this came back to me. Aiden mentioned it. I'm taking July 4th.
Yeah,
Okay.
I figured. Yeah.
That's your event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an event.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I'm gonna go with miscellaneous. I'm gonna say going to the beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's valid.
fair.
Yeah, I respect that. Yep.
Fantastic.
Valid.
It's a solid
right.
pick.
I'm gonna go movie here. I have my food. I have my event. Movie. We'll see what you guys think about this. Grease.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's a summer movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's valid.
Not bad. Very good.
Right.
I'm gonna go with my event. I'm actually gonna do, probably no surprise here, theme parks. Going to a theme park, and I'd probably say
I think that's valid for an event.
Yeah. And I would say specifically like when back when we lived up north, me, Aiden, and some of our other brothers, we loved to go to Cedar Point in Ohio, and so that always became a summer tradition of ours to go make a trip there. But 100% theme park.
Very nice. So I'm going. Okay, so my next. So I have 2 picks, right? So
Yep.
my next pick, and I'm gonna go with my movie, and I would be shocked if anybody in here outside of Levi knows this movie. This is a childhood classic. It is a movie that I grew up with, and I love it. I'm gonna go with, it's called Everyone's Hero.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yes, I
that's
know what you're
not
talking
right.
about. With the talking baseball on the bat.
Yep, because
Yeah.
I was gonna go Sandlot, and honestly, it's same idea. It's baseball, and it's just I don't know. I love that movie. It's a very heartwarming movie. It's just it's got so much nostalgia attached to it.
Yeah.
For my last pick, I'm going to forego my pick until everybody else is picked, because I know it's an event that nobody else in here is going to pick. And
Just
you
now, because like we're not gonna.
Well, no,
like,
you'll understand. You'll understand.
Everyone else took an event.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
you'll understand. You'll understand. Just
Okay.
shush. Just let it ride. Just let it ride.
All right.
Levi, you got miscellaneous left.
Yeah, for my miscellaneous, this is different from yours, Peter, but I am shooting off fireworks.
Ooh, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, love shooting off fireworks. Aiden and I have some really funny stories of shooting off fireworks.
We don't need to get into that. We
We
can.
won't,
Shoot
but
into the sky.
well, let's just say the direction changed where the fireworks were getting shot off.
Yeah.
All right, so Levi is admitting to a felony.
Levi is out here committing felonies.
All right, we have that on video. No.
No.
All right, Matt, what's your miscellaneous pick?
My miscellaneous pick. A lot of people probably won't do it, but in the summer, I like a good cigar.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's valid.
Classy Matt.
Can see that. It's valid. Gotta respect it.
It's bound. All right. For my food, I'm gonna go with ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Classic.
course.
Can't argue with that either.
I mean, I
Can't
eat
beat
ice
it.
cream in winter.
Right, but I
Yeah,
think
it
everyone,
comes, but-
like every time you see like an ice cream truck, it's in the summer.
Maybe like
yeah,
ice
definitely
creams
is.
or even popsicles.
Yeah.
along
Hey,
those
shout out to that ice cream truck that has like the SpongeBob popsicle that doesn't look like SpongeBob at all.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the eyes are all
Yep.
like down,
The
Yeah.
eyes
down
are just
here.
like all the way like
Yeah.
It's
in
all
different
mangled
directions.
all
And
over the place.
The teeth are all
I
messed
love
up.
it.
The teeth are messed up. To the Spider-Man one where it's like the face is like just straight melting off the popsicle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love
All right.
it.
So the reason
Okay.
I elected to forego and wait till the final pick is because I'm actually going to be I'm also going to be putting out a shout out in this one. For my final pick, which is an event, I'm going with Nazarene Nationals. I'm going with
Okay.
Labor Day weekend, Nazarene Nationals. For those that aren't aware, that is a softball tournament held in Cincinnati every Labor Day weekend that I have personally participated in. I'm actually wearing the shirt right now. And that weekend is one of the best weekends of the year, in my opinion. Honestly, probably even more so than July 4th, because it's incredible. And the reason I also want to shout that out is because keep your eyes on the horizon, as we might be potentially adding a new segment to the show called Softball Sundays. That in particular for my team, I might go and interview some players, maybe pop in some highlights. If that sounds interesting to you, our listeners, just please let us know in the comments if that's something that you might be interested in seeing. I think we are going to roll it out at least once or twice just to test the waters, no matter what. But if that sounds like something that'd be interesting to you that you would like to see, just let us know, because I think it'd be really fun to document, and I think it'd be fun for our guys on our team. Just kind of just a cool little thing. So that's why I wanted to forego my pick, just so I could get a quick little shout out in there.
Yeah,
What
man.
what
Uh,
position
yeah.
you playing?
I play shortstop.
Okay, Aiden's a
Yep.
shortstop guy
Yeah.
He's in his Ellie De La Cruz era.
for real.
Something like that, We'll
You gotta go out the red zone, man.
yeah. I unfortunately I don't think I have quite the range that Ellie has, so nor am I 6'5". But
Yeah,
Or
but
have
it's
the
a,
power.
It's a
yeah,
lot of.
I kind of
it's a lot
like
fun
everything
playing.
that Ellie has, except for the fact that I can sometimes hit a ball, and it's a slow pitch softball. It's
Yeah.
not even a pitch.
It's slow pitch, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. I can attest to being at Nazarene Nationals, and I was there last year. Obviously, I didn't get to play, but I got to spectate, watch you guys. It looks like just a lot of fun. For us, it's let's just say we're not the greatest, but we play for the love of the game.
Well,
That's why
I
we
play to
enjoy
win,
it so much.
but
Well, of course,
I enjoy the win.
I know you do.
Aiden's like, oh, hold up, no, I'm here to win. I'm here to take it all.
Well, I hope for your guys' team this year, you guys can pull off some wins. I know
Hey.
you guys are actually gotten a lot better this year.
yeah, we've definitely improved since year one. That's for sure. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's go.
All right,
Well, I
Levi,
think
do you have a
it's
couch for
time.
us?
Yeah, it's time. Let's get into this couch, man. What do you got for us today?
It's time. Yeah. Take a look at this
Oh,
this couch. You
brother.
guys will
Oh,
love
good
this
grief.
one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is an automatic F. Burn
One
this.
Point five.
This is
0.0. I don't think this
zero
one's
zero
takes much
zero
debate.
zero zero.
Yeah, I don't think this one's going to be
Zero.
requiring much
mean-
debate from the fellas here.
Hey, I mean,
This
sure,
is
you can't sit on it.
This is an
funk.
AI-looking couch if I've ever seen one.
I
Probably
mean,
is AI.
sure, you can't sit on it, but I mean, if you stab a straw into it, you'll get some water out of it. Don't cactuses carry water? Don't cactuses carry water?
Peter's face when you said that, he was like, "Bro, just go to the sink."
Dude, if you are judging your couches on its ability to give you water, you have seriously messed up in life. Okay? I think you need to reestablish what your house is looking like. If that's what
I was
you're
gonna
going
say,
for.
like, if I moved in somewhere
my
and didn't have a
gosh.
couch and this was the only thing available to me, I'm just sitting on the ground. I don't give a
No,
fuck.
actually, dude, I'm
That's
actually just
true.
sitting on the floor. Like, I'm not, dude. Yeah, no chance. Unironically, I'm giving this a
yeah.
0.
The typical
Like,
Arizona couch.
Do you remember like those memes of like, hey, just moved into my place? It's like it's just have like the flat screen. There's no TV stand, just sitting on the floor, a
Yeah.
lawn chair,
Yeah.
and a Coca-Cola like in the thing.
Yeah.
That's all you need. And I'm just like, it's the same thing. Matt can like go to Walmart, spend like $5 on a lawn chair, it'd be way more comfortable than whatever this.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I love Levi's comment. Yeah, if you just stick a straw on the couch, I mean, you can get some water from it.
Yeah, that's one justification. It's like, yeah, just stick a straw and just drink out of it. It's like, what? Like, just go to the fridge and just grab
Yeah,
a
don't
drink. Why do you need to go?
Yeah,
to
don't forget to water your couch so that way you be used to then drink the water out of the couch. Like,
Okay, well, realistically, can we find anything realistically positive with the couch?
No,
I don't
absolutely
think so.
not.
I think
There's
you
not
can
no.
eat cactus.
singular-
I guess you can
You can.
eat it if
Eat
you
it.
got
You can eat
hungry.
What?
Yeah, you can eat like
You
the.
can eat cactus?
Yeah.
That's
you can.
worse than
Yeah.
that's worse than my
What?
drinking statement.
No.
Oh no! Your drinking statement is out of pocket for that.
Who's eating a cactus?
You're not eating the
eating it?
needles. You eat the inside.
Yeah.
It's like a pumpkin.
Is it like
Well,
a
imagine if
pumpkin?
you're watching like an MLB game or you're watching NFL, you have nothing to snack on. Your couch is a snack.
Yeah. Dude, look, we are
As long as
grasping
you're
at
taking
straws.
needles out of
We're
it.
grasping at straws, no pun intended, okay? We are listen, we are grasping at straws, no pun intended. So
This thing is a 0. It's a 0 out of 10.
it's a 0 out of 10.
It's the first 0 out of 10. We gave the Jets couch like a 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I'd rather sit on this couch than a Jets couch.
you're out of your
Well,
mind.
Wow.
The Jets couch
Leave.
makes you depressed. The actual cactus couch might send you to the hospital.
I'd rather sit on that gorilla couch that you guys reviewed
Yes.
last episode.
Yes, yes. I would
Yeah, like the
rather
gorilla
I'd rather
sit
sit I'd rather sit in the chest of the
Yeah,
gorilla
in the
couch
chest area.
Then-
Yep.
Yeah. Than sit
I
on
just
this
picture
couch.
I just picture walking in, like Levi invites me over, I walk in, I just see him with a straw, just like trying to get water out of
You
this
got like
thing.
the communal straws on each side of the
Oh
couch.
my
Oh, hey,
God.
take a sip, man. If you're thirsty, just take a sip. You're good, dude. Don't even gotta
That's
ask.
true.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh! No, I
So
love
funny.
It, though.
yeah.
That's
Uh,
good. Yeah.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Well, you guys have any closing
Yeah.
thoughts here?
Yep. What are we watching this week? Anything special, fellas? Any?
Game 7 tomorrow for Cavs Pistons. I'm gonna be watching Cardinals baseball since it's in full swing. Hey, shout out! Last night, the Cardinals walked it up on the Royals, and they had a whole section of dudes that took off the tarps and were just like whipping their shirts in the air. And Ole Marmol bought the whole section for tickets, and he gave them to the fans for free.
That's
For people to come back. And I'm
That
like,
is pretty cool.
he goes like, I want that. And he even said in the press conference, I want whoever started that tarp soft rally. He's like, I want to like give you season tickets.
that's awesome.
He said that in the press conference. I'm like, hey, so shout out to them. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be watching.
Incredible. Yeah. Game 7 coming up here. I am excited for the Thunder Spurs series. I think it's probably no surprise that it was going to end up this way, but I think that's going to be an exciting series. As long as Wemby doesn't get himself ejected, I think it'll be fine. It's going to be all the flagrant calls versus all the SGA foul calls.
Yeah, I'll be
Game.
watching the Reds game, and hopefully they don't make me more depressed than I already am over them.
If you haven't checked out Aiden's rant on the Reds, please check that out because
Hey,
he was very
15
livid.
minutes of
if
pure
you haven't
rage.
watched that, Key Brian Hayes is now batting 150.
Oh, so he jumped up.
Yeah,
Wow.
improving.
He went down.
No, he was batting 135. TJ Friedel was batting 185. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Bang below
Alright.
the Mendoza line's not good.
yep. Oh,
Matt, what are
also,
you watching?
Quick shout out to Ohio State baseball, who just swept Michigan in
Yes,
baseball.
I did
And
see that.
posted quite literally, I think, the funniest Instagram post ever, because they were in Ann Arbor for it, and in the post says, "Thanks for the hospitality" with 3 L's, because they swept them in
my
3
gosh.
games straight.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
That's tough.
But, so shout out to the Buckeyes for that.
Yeah, Matt, what are you watching?
I'll probably be watching the Pirates games this week because for you guys probably didn't know this, but I'm trying to get into baseball, so I spent a lot of time at work recently watching just a bunch of baseball highlights. So I think I'm gonna be choosing the
I'm
Pirates
sorry,
as my new
it's
MLB team.
I'm sorry, it's the Pirates, man. I really am.
Those City
so
Connect
tough.
uniforms are fire.
They
Well,
are.
yeah,
they are
the ones
fire.
they wore last night when I turned the game on and saw those uniforms, they were pretty clean. It's unfortunate that they lost to the Phillies.
I love their cone celebration
Oh yeah,
with a traffic cone. It's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for you, Matt. You went with one of the worst organizations in the MLB,
Yeah.
but also at the same time they have one of the best ballparks in the MLB.
True.
Well, yeah, that.
If you ever get out to
PNC is
Pittsburgh
awesome.
for a game, you're gonna love PNC Park. It's incredible.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, with that, then I think that's gonna do it for our show today.
I got one thing to add.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I got one thing to add.
Yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
To our listeners and our viewers, thank you so much for all the support. Make sure that if you're watching this on YouTube, you click like, you comment on the video, and you subscribe. It will help us out immensely. If you're listening to us on Spotify, make sure you share that on follow us on Spotify, helps us out immensely. Also follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well. That helps us out immensely as well. But we all thank you all for the support for this podcast.
And hit the bell
thank you very
icon
much.
on YouTube to get
Hit that bell
notifications.
icon. That's right.
The bell icon
The
on
bell's
YouTube.
right here where I'm pointing. Levi will add it in post. It'll be right here.
Yeah. All right, fellas.
Right
Well,
there.
all right. Well, from the couch, it's been Peter, Levi, and Matt. I'm Aiden. We appreciate y'all for joining us today. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful weekend. If you're watching this on a weekend, hopefully you have a wonderful week. If you're watching this on Monday or throughout the week, and we'll see you next time.
Week. Yes,
Yep,
thank
we'll see you next week.
We'll see you later.
Boys.
Doses.